Special Hawaii News Now live stream. I'm Dylan Ancheta in the H&N Digital Center. We want to take you live now to a press conference with Honolulu police regarding a deadly crash that happened earlier this morning. Let's listen in.
On School Street and crossing Alaneo Street when she was struck by a 51-year-old male motorist who was traveling eastbound on School Street, making a left turn onto Alaneo Street. As a result of the collision, the female pedestrian was ejected onto the roadway. Sadly, the female pedestrian was taken into an area hospital in critical condition where she expired due to her injuries. The male motorist was not injured and remained at the scene of the collision. And I'd like to answer any questions that you may have. So far this year, we've had, for fatalities involving pedestrians, we had 11, as opposed to 11 at the same time last year. And of those 11 fatal pedestrian collisions, 6 were not in a marked crosswalk. And as far as critical collisions involving pedestrians, so far this year we've had 13, and 8 were not in a marked crosswalk, as opposed to 3 critical pedestrian collisions last year.
Was the driver impaired in any way?
Right now, that's still under investigation. However, our preliminary investigation shows no signs of speeding, alcohol, or drugs.
What is the speed
involved.
limit in that area?
I believe it's 25 on School Street in that area.
Could you describe Alameda Street as a neighborhood or?
It leads off of School Street to a residential area.
Is this area like prone to accidents, or this is like
I wouldn't say that area is prone to an accident. Actually, anywhere on this island, accidents can occur. So therefore, I'm urging everybody to be vigilant, especially during the holiday season where we tend to have more traffic on the roadways. Everybody's mind is elsewhere, focusing on Christmas gifts and attending festivities and whatnot. So just urging everybody to be diligent and alert when they're driving.
What time did this happen and what were the conditions at that time?
This happened at around 7:10 a.m. this morning, and the conditions in the area, it was clear weather, dry.
The sun was up.
Yes.
kind of tied to that, this same area, maybe the holidays coming. Do you notice this kind of year when accidents increase, or is it kind of equal throughout the year?
Accidents happen pretty much all year. We average around 52 fatalities a year, which equates to about 1 per week average. You can imagine more accidents, or even fender benders happening during the holiday season. Like I mentioned, there's a lot more traffic on the road. People are shopping out and about more than they may not have been due to the holiday season. So more cars on the road, more potential for accidents to happen. So therefore, please be diligent when you're out there. Try not to be distracted using your cell phones. Just concentrate all your attention to the roadways.
So I noticed a lot of pedestrians that when they're crossing at the crosswalk, some of them will be on the phone. That's obviously not legal. So do you guys have any plans to reinforce that? A lot of people actually don't know that you can't be on your phone when crossing a crosswalk. That makes a big difference. So is there anything you want to say about that issue?
I think education is very important. Like you mentioned, not everybody is aware of the fact that you cannot be on your cell phone or crossing the street. But it goes more beyond that. It's just kind of using common sense. If you're on your phone, you're potentially distracted from cars turning into your area of travel. So therefore, the point is just to be alert at all times. Keep the cell phone in your pocket until you reach the other side of the intersection, and therefore you can continue your call in safety.
the main causes of accidents out there? What are some of the main reasons why people get into accidents?
There's so many different factors involved. I would just say right off the bat, speeding. And as you know, the faster you go, the more potential of serious injuries or even fatality. So we like to remind everybody to lower their speeds because lower speeds save lives. I also want to remind drivers to not talk on their cell phones while they're driving, to keep their attention focused on the road. So that's another thing, just being aware of your surroundings, checking your blind spots, and just driving with aloha and being courteous on the roadway, allowing other people to get in front of you if they have to, but just overall, just be very respectful of everybody who drives.
You know if driver's ed is required curriculum to obtain a Hawaii driver's license?
Now I believe it is. You need to attend a driver's ed class.
That's at any age, even after 18?
I believe so.
We're talking about e-bikes now?
Pardon me?
There's an accident involving an e-bike.
We had several accidents involving e-bikes last week. One thing I just wanted to mention is that both riders were not wearing their helmet at the time. The law does not require anybody who is 16 or older to be wearing a helmet. The oldest you can be to ride a e-bike is 15 years old. And if you are 15 years old, a helmet is mandatory. However, we do encourage everyone who rides bicycles or even motorcycles, even if it's not the law per se, but just in the interest of safety to wear helmets.
So e-bikes are street legal. You see a lot of them on the street riding on motorcycles. Is that illegal or not?
They can be riding on the street. However, they should be following the rules of the road, the red lights, and basically any law that extends to cars, whether it's a stop sign and whatnot. You're basically a bicycle, but you have the ability to travel much faster than a bicycle. So in this case, a lot of common sense helps when you're riding out there.
E-bikes nowadays get really fast. In speed, as you say. Do they need licenses to ride this street, or do you not need this?
Driver's license? You don't need a driver's license to ride an e-bike.
You feel they should have to be required to have a driver's license?
That's not up to me. That's up to the lawmakers.
Motorcyclists have to have a motorcycle license. These things go as fast as a motorcycle. You drive them on the streets.
Hence, that's something that can be brought up to lawmakers to review. All right, thank you.
Don't want to weigh in here, Dwyer.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And that was a live news conference with Honolulu Police regarding the pedestrian fatality that happened earlier this morning. I'm going to refer to my notes here. It happened, according to HPD, around 7:10 this morning. It happened along School Street in Alaneo. A woman was attempting to cross the street when she was hit. Now, Honolulu Police say that this marks Oahu's 50th traffic fatality of the year. That's compared to 46 at this same time last year. Now, the 51-year-old male driver who was behind the wheel was not injured and remained at the scene. This is some images shot by our photographer there earlier this morning. Very tragic situation unfolding there, in which the female pedestrian was taken to a hospital in critical condition and later died as a result of her injuries. We're going to have more on this story and other stories around Hawaii coming up in later editions of Hawaii News Now. Our first broadcast is at 4 o'clock right here. Be sure to tune in. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Dylan and Cheta. Have a great day.